You're watching Daytime Tea Time with Candice. It's time to pour this tea, stir this tea, and sip this tea. Let's get right into it. Alright everybody, welcome to Daytime Tea Time. If you're new to my channel, my name is Candice. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will always know when I upload. Okay, so of course you guys can hear my voice is a little messy, it's a little raspy. Y'all, my daughter sneezed in my face on Saturday. I lost my voice by Monday, and here is what I have on Wednesday. So y'all gonna have to deal with it, okay? Deal with all this raspy voice, okay? But anyways, y'all, let's get right into it. We're gonna get into some literal daytime tea, starting with the daytime television show, The Real. Y'all, today's episode was very good. The amazing and beautiful actress Tisha Campbell was one of the co-hosts. We know and love her from her iconic role as Gina on Martin and many other things. One of my favorites is Little Shop of Horrors. Y'all can't tell me nothing about Little Shop of Horrors. Tisha Campbell knows she can sing. But anyways, and during Girl Chat, Tisha Campbell and Jeannie Mai opened up about their past relationships. Tisha Campbell, who was once married to a very talented actor, Dwayne Martin. And we all know Jeannie Mai, who was once married to Freddie. Jeannie Mai got very emotional and actually began to cry as she discussed the differences between her marriage to Freddie and the relationship she has now with rapper Jeezy. This conversation was inspired by Mary J. Blige discussing her past relationship. Check this out and then I'm coming back with some more.
Do you know Mary, right?
I do know Mary. I know Mary very well.
Yeah.
And she, you know, whether it's through her art or through, you know, speaking verbally, she keeps it real completely. Yeah. She's the most authentic person that I know, and she does so gracefully. And she's helped me a lot through my own, you know, separation and divorce. And she's right, you know, she says she gave him more credit than he deserved, and I thought that was very brave of her to say, because a lot of times we do put ourselves in the background when we're in behind the kids, you forget to put yourself first. There's God, there's you.
Yes. Did you think you did this with your?
And how did it help you? What things did Mary say to you that helped you in this journey?
Give him everything.
Why do you think, mentally, why do you think you did that? Why do you think you deposited the credit and all the work that you did over to your man?
I think as a married person, you start to, again, put yourself last. And like I said, well, it's God, you, then the couple, then together you raise the kids.
Yes, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
So here's where, just in my situation, I can only speak from my experience. I never grew up with Cinderella Syndrome because I knew those white girls ones of my story, honestly. And I even didn't want to be married, okay? So I think if you look back at seasons where I gave a lot of credit, it was because my own standards were low. And that is just from, we can go into a whole counseling session as to why I only gave myself that bare minimum. So I'm not blaming my ex for the things that he barely came through to do. I was just like, when you say, oh, good for you, you did that documentary, or that's cool, then I'm like, great, he supports me, awesome. That to me is now my standard of support. I didn't know for two things. I didn't know until, honestly, my new relationship that even something as basic as, oh my God, I'm not crying to feel bad for me. I'm just like, it was so touchy.
It's okay.
But like even something as basic as like at his birthday party, he left to go, like left his birthday party to drive me to the airport to Atlanta. And I was like, yo, I can Uber. Like I Uber my whole life. I've Ubered through my marriage. I'm good. And he was looking at me like, are you crazy? Like I need to see you off. I'm to drive you to the, that to me was, so I'm just saying, you can blame or you can say or not blame, but just be mindful of your standards. And sometimes for me, being alone in that time that I took to myself was my upgrade. That was my upgrade. You were your own upgrade.
Okay, so you guys see that? Now when I tell y'all, I felt that conversation on a deep level, because before I got with my husband, it was just certain things that I just accepted from other men. And then when I got with my husband, it was like I understood what real love is. Short example, the guy I was with before my husband, I would always see him compliment how pretty other girls are. And I'm like, dang, you don't think I'm pretty? And he would say I'm insecure. He's like, of course you're pretty. And I'm like, but you don't never tell me. And then he was like, I'm with you, of course you're pretty. Now my immature and young self, I was like, okay, he's right. Yeah, I'm pretty because he's with me. But he never told me I was pretty. And then when I started dating my husband and he complimented me like every day, literally like every day, he was like, you look so pretty. I like your shirt. I like your pants. I like your hair. And even to this day, he still tells me I'm pretty like every day. And not only that, he encourages me. He believes in me. He doesn't cheat on me. He doesn't beat me. Nobody's relationship is perfect. I'm not saying mine is perfect. I'm just saying it ain't nothing like what I used to be with. So what I'm saying is, until you experience a certain type of love, you don't even realize that you weren't properly loved in your last situation. So Jeannie Mai, I feel you on that. And I'm so happy that she is in a happy relationship. Now, another part of the conversation that was very interesting is when Tamara mentioned the finances, where a man can sometimes be intimidated by the woman who's making more money. And in Jeannie Mai's situation, possibly that's what it was. Because as soon as the divorce hit, Freddie wanted Jeannie Mai's money. As a married couple, of course they share money. But according to Jeannie Mai, there were certain finances that he shouldn't have gotten. Check out what Tamara said, and then I'm coming back with some more.
I don't know, because sometimes in marriages, maybe the wife is doing a little bit more, and if you're married to a certain type, I'm just being honest, you're married to a certain, type of guy, especially if they're alpha or they're feeling insecure, why do we as women feel like we have to always be the one to validate?
Feel like you have to
overcompensate. To overcompensate,
Yeah,
right?
but I think also, in my opinion, as a little girl, we're always taught fairy tales. And what's the main thing they tell you about fairy tales? Find your prince, find your knight in shining
Or
armor.
he's gonna come and rescue you.
He's gonna come and rescue you.
Cute cheetah girl, Cinderella, people.
I always say that is so, like, I think that's so detrimental.
Cinderella Syndrome.
Yeah,
literally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think because it's ingrained in us. And so even if you're not married, say you're just dating someone, you're always hoping that he's got to be the one. We got to give him credit. We got to do this.
Okay, so you guys saw that. Now that whole Cinderella syndrome, that is real. A lot of the times the way that we view relationships is based off of what we see while we're growing up. And on TV and all the fairy tales, there's always this strong man who comes to save the woman. But these days, we don't need a man to save us. In relationships, the woman has her own issues and the man has their own issues. The couple should most definitely work together to help each other with their issues, but it's not their jobs to fix the other person. Like Tamara mentioned, when you go to counseling, they make you work on you, and that's a hard thing to do.
She said she dealt with a lot of pain and struggles that she hasn't even addressed yet. And sometimes it's easier to put that pressure on someone else to say, hey, I need you to help me fix myself.
Yes.
I don't know about y'all, but if you've been in a therapy session where you've got to do that inner work, you have to face that pain, face those struggles. It's hard. It's challenging. It's not fun.
Now, I've never been to counseling. I've been wanting to, honestly. After seeing this episode, I might go to counseling because your relationship is always stronger when you work on you. So shout out to the ladies of The Real for having a real conversation today, okay? I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, so the last thing that I want to discuss was on the Wendy Williams show. On her show today, she also got emotional while discussing an issue in her past. An issue where an R&B group named Total allegedly came to her radio station and tried to fight her. Now, Wendy Williams said that this is gonna play out in her movie, okay? And she alleges that P. Diddy is the person that told the group Total, to go up there and try to fight Wendy Williams. Check this out, and then I'm coming back with some more.
Let me tell you something. And this is a real story, and it will be played out in my Lifetime biography, which comes out in February. Once upon a time, there was a music mogul who sent his all-girl group to beat my ass in front of the radio station. Fact. And I finished my air. Oh God. Anyway, I finished my shift, wound up my headphones, put my bag in the crook of my arm, and see everybody lined up at the window looking down on the sidewalk. And I just work. I have coworkers that weren't friends. You know how I tell you all, you better be careful of your coworkers because you work before nobody's paying your bills but you, right? So, I'm wrapping in my headphones and I'm going downstairs. My new boyfriend at the time, the bad Kevin, he was picking me up. But no, this is when he was the good Kevin, right? So I'm walking in the elevator with my intern at the time, Skeletor, but look, I'm like, why is everybody looking down at the sidewalk? I mean, noses were pressed to the glass. And I get downstairs and find this girl group jump out of a gypsy cab to come after me, to kick my ass. And I'm like, for what? You know what I said was true. You all are broken. You were living in the projects. And that was that. But the point I'm making is, you know, Amanda, you shouldn't have I didn't get back on the radio and talk about it. What I did was desire to do better so I can have a purple chair and talk about it right now and then have the whole scene play out in the Lifetime movie.
Okay, so you guys see that. Now you see Wendy Williams getting emotional about the time she almost got beat up by the R&B group Total. I'm trying not to be cold-hearted, but I just don't feel bad. If you guys are familiar with Wendy Williams when she had her radio show, it's not like what I do where I give my opinion, I'll make a few jokes here and there. Wendy Williams was cutthroat, okay? She would say and do what she wanted to, and it was very entertaining, but also very offensive. So I don't know why she's crying as if she's shocked that somebody wants to fight her. I want to believe that those tears are really because of her co-workers who didn't care about her and didn't even give her the heads up that these girls are downstairs about to beat you up. They were just looking down and waiting for it to happen. I could be wrong, but I think her feelings were hurt because her co-workers didn't have her back. But listen, when you're the kind of person that you were, Wendy, it's not shocking that people are not taking up for you. When you're not a good person, people don't take up for you. I'm just saying. But anyways, I am excited to see her movie. I'm excited to see if she's gonna tell the truth in her movie. More so about Kelvin and that side chick and that baby mama. I'm here for the story about Total, but you can throw that whole storyline away and put Kelvin and the baby mama in it. I'm just saying. But all right, y'all, I'm done with this and I want to know what y'all think. What do you guys think about this entire situation with The Real? What do you guys think about Jeannie Mai and Tisha Campbell opening up about their past relationships? What do y'all think about Wendy Williams talking about the R&B group Total trying to beat her up? Let me know what you think. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one, all right? Bye.